Hey everyone, welcome back to another commentary. Today we'll be going over the recent update to the game that had some balance changes and bug fixes. So we'll start with the balance changes. So Sinbad got a couple buffs. They gave him an increase to his acceleration stat, a damage increase to water wheel, and a duration increase to the amount of time you're stuck in one lane after getting hit by Riptide. None of these changes really helped him that much from what I've seen. Riptide is still just a minor inconvenience on its own and really relies on water wheel for combos. So what I think they should do is they should make Riptide actually slow the opponent down much more. Cause right now it doesn't really slow them down. It just pushes them 2 lanes to the left and sticks them in that one lane for a couple seconds. Good for a combo with water wheel, but on its own it really doesn't function that well as a trap because they'll still keep moving forward. So I think if they made it to where that it actually slows down the opponents more, it could function better as a trap and not have to rely on water wheel so much as a combo. So hopefully Sinbad will get another buff in the future. Then Chaos Blast got its duration reduced. It's like the tiniest duration reduction. They cut the tiny back end, the back half of the third pulse on max level, which is not that much. In my opinion, what they should have done is they should have cut the entire third pulse and had Chaos Blast end after 2 pulses. That way it only does 2 pulses on max level. Cause it's still too long, in my opinion. And honestly, I'd love to see them completely remove the mini boost from Chaos Blast and just have it be a normal AoE item. But the chances of them doing that right now is pretty low, because for comparison, Twin Tail Boost on movie Tails had invincibility originally back in 2022, and it took them an entire year to remove the invincibility from the boost, because it was really broken as a boost when it was invincible. But it took them an entire year to remove that, so I wouldn't be expecting a mini boost removal from Chaos Blast for a while, if I'm being honest. So the best thing I can think of is them making it to where that it only pulses a maximum of 2 times, completely removing the third pulse. Hopefully we'll get another movie Super Shadow Nerf in the future. He's still a really strong character to this day. Then Marine got a buff. SS Super Marine got its speed increased, which is nice, but the boost still isn't that great. It still got that thing where sometimes it accelerates instantly to max speed, and sometimes you gotta wait for it to accelerate to max speed, which sucks. And Series Knuckles Boost's Chopper Boost is just better because Chopper Boost is invincible, while SS Super Marine is not. Maybe they could just give SS Super Marine invincibility along with fixing the whole acceleration thing. We'll have to see. Hopefully they'll buff Marine's boost again in the future. Then Valhalla Surge got 2 nerfs. Viking Offense got its duration reduced, and Thunder Shield Wall got its damage reduced. For Viking Offense, the duration reduction is 1 second off the boost, which is good, but the boost is still really strong because it's 3 shields and it's a really fast boost. So what I would do is I would have it to where the boost is on the slower side, they reduce the speed of the boost to compensate for it having the 3 shields. And that would probably make it much more of a balanced boost because you'd be compensating for the 3 shields with the slower speed. And also maybe when she gets hit during the boost, every time she gets hit and she loses a shield, maybe the boost gets slower to, make it to where that when she loses a shield, she also loses a bit of speed. That'd also be cool. And then for Thunder Shield Wall, the damage reduction is noticeable, but it's still a really strong trap. They probably could reduce the damage again, and they probably could also reduce the speed of the shields moving. We'll have to see if they nerf Valhalla Surge again in the future. Hopefully they do. She's still a really strong character to this day. Then we have Glimmering Guard on Unicorn Night Cream getting the speed increase to the reflected damage, which is nice. Now that makes Unicorn Night Cream even more scary when she's in the lead, because now you gotta really watch out for that reflection shot. Then Panda Amy got a duration increase on Bam Boost. I didn't notice much of a difference with this one, but then again, my Panda Amy's level 1. Maybe the duration increase is more noticeable on level 14. I don't know. Then the buff everyone's talking about, Infinite and Warlock Infinite got Phantom Dash ring cost reduced. So now, instead of Phantom Dash draining almost all your rings when you use it, it now only drains 31 rings, meaning Infinite and Warlock Infinite can boost 3 to 6 times depending on what track they're on, which is quite crazy. It's not the most broken thing in the world, but I definitely think they should tone it down. I think they should have like a middle ground where the boost drains like 50 rings. That way there's still some risk to using the boost, because right now there's not a ton of risk to using it, because it only drains 31 rings and you can collect rings during the boost by destroying badniks and stuff. So I think if they made it like drain at least 50 rings, I think that'd be good. Maybe even 60, so that's equal to original Infinite. Because for those of you that weren't here back when Infinite released back in 2021, Infinite was one of the most broken characters in speed battle history. Reality Warp was a 3-lane unjumpable wall. Like all 3 lanes on level 12 were raised and you couldn't jump it at all. Deadly Replica spawned 3 replicas on level 10. And Phantom Dash was really fast and drained 60 rings. So they nerfed Infinite quite a few times. They nerfed Reality Warp Replica and Phantom Dash. The biggest nerf he got was, of course, Phantom Dash. They made it to where that Phantom Dash accelerated slower and drained all your rings. Well, almost all of them. I think you had like 3 rings left at the end of the boost if you didn't collect any rings during it. But now, with the ring cost reduced, it's like almost better in terms of how many times you can use the boost in a race than original Infinite. So I think they should just find a middle ground where the boost drains 50 rings to where the Infinite can boost like 2, maybe 3 times per race maximum. But there's still some risk to using the boost. I think that would be good. Then, Shed Light on Detective Vector got a speed increase and a chance of 2, which is good. Detective Vector needed these buffs. He was a quite mid character, and now Shed Light's a pretty good item. Then, Energy Cannon on Tails 9 got a damage increase and a duration increase, which is good. 9's still pretty I think they should probably buff 9's boost, and maybe give Energy Cannon more shots. That'd be nice. But it's a decent start to buffing 9. Then Dancing Blade on Blossom Amy got its speed reduced, which is good, but the speed reduction is not really that much. I watched a video of someone who has level 12 Blossom Amy, and it didn't look that much of a difference. It's still basically just Power Surge with no cooldown. So I think they should probably still nerf it again. I think they should probably make it to where that the level 12 upgrade doesn't increase the number of swings she has, and it's just another damage increase, because that increase in swings makes the mini boost longer, and that makes it pretty much Power Surge with no cooldown, along with an X2 chance. So yeah, hope they nerf that again in the future. And then finally, Base Rush on Bassist Blaze got a duration reduction. So now on max level, instead of the boost being 9 seconds, the boost is like 7 seconds, I think? Which is a good nerf, still a really strong boost though. So overall, the balance changes honestly weren't that big differences on a lot of them. The main one, of course, being Infinite getting that Phantom Dash ring cost reduction, and now Infinite's really strong. He's like back in the top 10 probably. So hopefully they'll tone it down a bit. Like I said, at least 50 rings drained, and I think we're good for Infinite. But anyways, moving on to the bug fixes. They fixed Electric Rush's trail, so now the trail hitbox doesn't extend longer than the actual trail itself, which is good. And they tried to fix Chaos Blast hitting through shields, but it didn't work, because I tested it with a friend, and after both of us updated to the current version, it still hit through shields. So they'll need to fix that again in the future. And then also a little quality of life change, a little visual change. On the Chroma menu, now when you select the alternate colors, the sides of the screen change to that color, which is cool. Nice little visual thing. But anyways, let's do some races. Okay, had a bit of technical difficulties. For some reason that race didn't record. But anyways, so we have 3 upcoming new characters. We have Sir Lamorak, which is a highly requested character to finish off the Knights of the Round Table, which will be really cool. We'll be finally finishing them off after 5 years, because Excalibur Sonic was added in 2020, and it's 2025 now. So it'll be really nice to finally finish that group of characters from Sonic and the Black Knight. Then we have Sheriff Sonic, who has a cool design. I like the Western design. And Warlock. And I look forward to seeing how he works. His items were already revealed in his teaser little image. So, I look forward to seeing how they work. Then, finally, we have Neo Metal Sonic, who is a highly requested character to join the Challenger rarity. And I won't be surprised if he's broken, but I hope he's balanced. Sort of like Metal Sonic Mach 3.0, where he's a strong character, but he's also a balanced character type thing. I think that'd be good for Neo Metal Sonic, because we really don't need another game-breaking character right now. And it'll be nice to get Neo Metal Sonic in this game. Look forward to it, even if he's going to be broken. It'll just be nice to have Neo Metal in the game in general. Alright, next race. Okay, we got Infinite here. Just gotta watch out. Gotta watch out for Infinite catching up, because he can catch up now really well with Phantom Dash. Yeah, look, there he is. He's back. Okay, here he comes again. Okay, he's gonna get another Phantom Dash here. Got him. Alright. That was a good race. Alright, and I'll do like 2 more races. Let's see how these last 2 races go. Oh man, double maxed Infinite and Movie Shadow. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Alright, got the Infinites. Now I've just got to try and make enough distance from the Infinites. Movie Shadow sort of helping with this. We've just got to get distance from the Infinites and watch out for replica spam. Okay, yeah. Okay, here come the replicas. Just gotta watch out. Okay, got the win. That was a lot of replicas. Alright, and last race. Let's see how this last race goes. The same 2 Infinites, and now the Movie Knuckles bot is here. Okay. Got one of them. Just gotta try and make enough distance again. And of course, I gotta watch out for the Movie Knuckles bot spear snipes. Okay, here comes one of the Infinites. Okay. They're boosting. Knew they were gonna do that. Oh, okay. Can I get a boost? Yes, I can. There we go. got the win. Very nice. Yeah, there's definitely been an influx of infinite players now. But anyways, that'll do it for this commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed. Overall, these balance changes were okay. They could have done better with the nerfs, could have been more harsh with some of them, like Chaos Blast, Viking Offense, Thunder Shield Wall. And the infinite buff definitely could be toned down a bit. Like I said, just maybe make it drain 50 rings and we're good. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next commentary.